Welcome to Camp Unwrapped. Absolutely amazing to see you again, Andy.
Hi Rich, it's great to see you. How are you doing, Tom?
I'm good, thank you. How are you doing, Rich?
I'm really good. Thank you very much, guys. And it's really great to be here. We've had some great interaction on Instagram and a wonderful topic for us to discuss. And they have said, how do you pick which trips you go on? And we felt that'd be a lovely topic for us to discuss about the trips. And wanted to ask you, Tom, first. What is your favourite trip that you like to go
on? Without a doubt, I'd say that is the aquapark trip. When we go there, you see the kids absolutely loving it, kind of forgetting maybe any cliques or boundaries they've got into, and everyone's just having a great time. A lot of laughter, a lot of splashing about. You see the kids getting involved, as in pushing the staff, and maybe the staff will push them back. So I think it's a really great atmosphere for everyone to have a good time with.
Do you think it's quite important to capture and record these moments, perhaps with GoPro or something like that, maybe?
I think you raised a good point, Andy. GoPro is a great way of filming this because obviously it's waterproof and you can capture the fun that everyone has. I was tasked with this last summer, given the GoPro to film everyone, and had a bit of a moment where I got pushed by a child, fell, heard a crack, looked down, and the GoPro had fallen out of the holder that I was using. I told Reese, who didn't take the news very well, so I was pretty panicking about maybe what Rich and the office staff were going to say to me afterwards. I thought I'd pretend to look for it, knowing full well it was at the bottom of a lake. And just as everyone was leaving, I saw this little red light flashing in a foothold of one of the climbing walls. And yeah, found the GoPro, which I think saved my job.
Yeah, I got told this when they arrived back and got the whole blow-by-blow details, I think in real time. So it took about an hour for me to find out that we still had a GoPro. And yeah, well, Tom, it was looking a bit shaky there for a while.
I'd heard that you already had his bags packed, Rich.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'd been into his room and yeah, everything was packed, ready for him to go. But
it's the tidiest my room was all summer, to be fair.
Andy, what about yourself? What was your favourite trip?
So for me, it's definitely the theme park trip. That stands out for me as being something that generates so much excitement from the campers, and they can feed off each other as well. While you're moving around throughout the day, you'll catch glimpses of the other groups, the other staff members, and you just feed off what they've done, maybe the rides they've been on, maybe they've had a fantastic experience at one of the rides, so you just feed off everyone's excitement. And for me, the highlight is coming off the log flume, because some of the faces on those kids are a picture, I'll tell you. And so how about you, Rich? Which is your favourite trip from camp?
Well, it's interesting. We've all got different ones, but without a doubt, I'd say the London trip. The excitement generated from the early morning departure on the coach through going to the capital city and seeing these incredible sights and then ending up with a West End show is amazing. And you just got this team effort with everybody so excited. Usually come back on the coach afterwards singing the songs that we've just heard from the musical, and everyone is buzzing from that trip for a few days afterwards. So I've got to go and say the London trip.
I went to London for the first time this summer with camp, and it was the same day that Britain got a new Prime Minister. So we got off the bus near Parliament, and there were, TV camera crews everywhere and journalists and people milling around. I was just thinking, this is crazy. So, Rich, how would you prepare for a trip going to a city the size of London?
We need to be very, very focused, and the staff need to know how important that the trip is, and that following all of our procedures that we've discussed and trained in beforehand. The first thing is about making sure that the campers are never out of your sight. If they have any problems, any questions, then there's always someone spare on the trip who's got a lot of experience who they can talk to. So yeah, we take the safety of the London trip incredibly seriously, and we can't do that. We can't enjoy it unless we've taken it seriously, and we're content that everyone is going to be okay.
Just drawing from that point, Rich, that you said, it's about the balance between the safety and the enjoyment aspect. just drawing on my experiences of the theme park trips, that's exactly the case. So you're always mindful on what your group are doing. You're always thinking ahead, risk assessing throughout the day, but you're also making sure that the kids are seeing everything that they want to, because it's a big trip and they're very excited. So you have a responsibility then to deliver and make sure everyone is enjoying themselves as much as they can. So absolutely, I'd say the trips are all about the balance between the safety and the enjoyment too.
Absolutely. And you mentioned the word balance, which you'll both have heard in training. I talk about a lot to all of our staff, and that balance between safety and enjoyment is really, really important. And as we tell any parent, any camper, and any member of staff, and we'll be very clear about this, that our first priority is safety. And we can't have fun and enjoy ourselves if we're not safe. So we make sure that all those things are in place to make sure everyone is safe, and then we can go and have fun and do all the things that enable us to enjoy ourselves, whether it be the London trip or the aqua park or theme park or the other amazing trips that we've got at XUK. So on that note, we had another Instagram message from Rachel, and she asked if we could take campers on a trip anywhere in the world, where would it be? And I thought that was a great question. So, Tom, what about you? Where would you want to take our campers other than where we already go?
I'm actually thinking of a place relatively close to Aberley, and I think it would make a great trip for people to consider to go on anyway. And that is to Chester Zoo. It's got a really good reputation. They've filmed multiple documentaries there on British TV. And I just think it'd be a great place for the kids to go and, learn something new and spend a day out.
Chester Zoo, yes, that's a really good one. I'm not quite sure that's what Rachel was getting at when she said anywhere in the world. So I'm going to go further afield and use my imagination. I would love to take a group of campers and a very select group of staff and do safari, maybe in South Africa. I've never been on safari, and I'd love to see all those animals, just see what it's like, away from the zoo. So that's what I'd like to do. Have either of you been on safari? Andy, have you been?
No, I can't say I have, Rich.
I've been lucky enough to go on safari before, and I can vouch that would be a great trip. I think the one main thing you realise is just how real the animals are. It's not like when you watch it on telly and you're sat there thinking, oh, wow, these are wild animals this close to us.
So maybe, Tom, with your safari experience and Andy as one who hasn't been, maybe the two of you can come on a trip with me, and we'll have to choose another couple of people to join us. Andy, what about yourself? Where are you going to take us? Anywhere more exotic than Chester Zoo or South Africa?
You see, I don't think the world should be the limit. I think we should be sending these kids into Mars. Stick with me. I think there's something there, Rich.
What are you going to do up there? So we're nearly finished, and as we always end with a little question, I'm going to ask you ours now. So last year, can either of you name the unofficial XUK song of 2019?
I think I know this one, Rich, and the answer you're looking for is Take a Chance on Me by ABBA.
Oh, Andy, he's wrong, isn't he? Tom, you are wrong. It's a great song, love it. But Andy, do you know the answer? You must do.
Take it away. It's Old Town Road.
It is.
Easy.
You're right. Sorry, Tom.
Fuming.
He's fuming. So on that note of Tom being fuming and Andy being right, we hope you stay safe, stay healthy, look after each other, and we'll see you next time on Camp Unwrapped.